between the Canes and the Noles, once upon a time, barely noticed outside the state of Florida. But those battles in the 80s and the 90s put both programs on the national map, made both of them champions, and we are lucky to have another showdown between these two today. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee, as we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Canes will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Stout. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. These two have storied traditions in the history of the sport, but in the not-too-distant past, Miami actually considered giving up football, and Florida State was an afterthought.
Yeah, a lot of people forget back in the day when Miami was in the...
He'll take a deep shot here. He's got it down the right side. There he goes. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Seminoles. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Carr. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Handoff from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Unloads to the right. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow.
And I love night games because you have all day to get excited, get jacked up. And you can tell, QB might have been a little too excited. Forcing the ball into coverage on the first pass attempt, creating the interception. Now this defense has set this offense up in a great position to get some early momentum.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. From the gun, the ground game. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Carr. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Oh, they're after him. Out of bounds at the 22, and just like that, they're out of trouble.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there, and that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human, keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, no! What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it has gone final in the ACC, a matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Duke had an impressive showing at home today, and I know the fans outside Krzyzewskiville are ready for hoops, but pay attention to what's happening on the gridiron too, people. One team will rise in the ACC standings, while the other is going to sink like a stone. The harsh reality of college football when conference foes face off, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He's going to run it. Oh, he's got some space. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Looking to throw at St. Clair. Escape. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In Game 1, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that football game. They know coming into this one today, they have got to be able to get after the quarterback, and they're off to a great start.
He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. A 3rd down try for the offense. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They could not have drawn up a better start than this. Already up 21-0. Gets it out quickly. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
He's in open space downfield. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy...
He lets it fly. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown Seminoles.
Man, what a picture-perfect start to this football game. Like, offense doing their job, defense getting the ball back, and this offense, I tell you what, it is an impressive unit to watch. They were good on tape all week studying them. They're better in person, and they are out the gate strong in this first quarter.
He'll bring it out. It's Carr. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. It's complete on the right side. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. Don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Turning it on. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you've got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. Steps away to find some room. It's complete to the right. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football.
He'll take a shot. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a...
And he throws another interception, his third one of the night.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Might be changing the route. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the pass is complete. He's got it at the 20. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Looking to throw. Right out, trying to get it in. Touchdown, Florida State. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. Found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Carr. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking to throw at St. Clair. Get it out to the supersonic guy. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. High the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Got the back over the middle. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. They've got a first down here to open the period. They'll ride the hot hand. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Hurricane. He found some open space. And turned on the Jets.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
They are way down, and they'll try to cut into it by getting this onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You have got to make them pay for gambling.
Leaves it with the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Noles can really attack on this second and short. He'll try it again. Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on third down expecting him to get the ball again.
Under fire. Find some fresh air. Touchdown, Noles! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the credit of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. Michigan State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. Sparty has picked itself up off the canvas before, and this group is capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Ohio State. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. He now has 106 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. The Canes in a good spot here with second and short. Power football with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And the Hurricanes in the hurry-up. That time they were in their own territory. That took some lower intestinal fortitude.
And listen, if that's what you're going to be, that's who you're going to be. You're going to be that kind of offense and be aggressive, then stick with who you are. And apparently, nowadays, going for it on your own end, it really ain't nothing anymore.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Finds his man. It's Moore. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. On 3rd and short, the power run here. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Got his man on the outside. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And the Canes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air, it's St. Clair. Bringing the heat. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And really good job getting to the quarterback. That's priority number 1, trying to get pressure on him. Get him to the ground is a bonus. They had 6 sacks in their last.
There he goes. Got enough for the first down. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11.
Man, having a great back makes life so easy on your offense. It balances everybody out. It commits more guys to the box. And this guy all season long, he's in the top 10 in rushing for.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
Not the smartest move on that one. Out of bounds at the 9, and the field position is not good. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Seminoles will kick it away to start the second half. From inside the 15, here's the return. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Hurricanes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Pressure coming. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got his man quickly.
Really nice job by the offense. Hey, man, trust your guys, right? We got all these analytics on 4th down, said it, go for it. They trust their quarterback. He gets it done with the completion and gets the big first down.
Pocket breaking down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. We couldn't do it on that last play.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Sometimes an offsides penalty can slow down a rush. It's 2nd and 5. Throws to the back. Got it in the middle. It's Rhodes. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got him downfield. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. To the air. It's St. Clair. Trying to barrel in. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Canes. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Boom. Looks like he's going to bring it out. There's no possible explanation for bringing that one out of the end zone, and they've got horrible field position at the 5. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Makes the catch.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
From the gun, running back gets the give. On the move at the 30. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to do something different and find a way to make something.
Oh, he's got some space. The 40. The 30. The 10. Touchdown Seminoles. Once he got some room, it was over. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry, get some emotion, get some momentum on your side.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown left, and it's his 4th interception of the game. Taking it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Touchdown, Florida State. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. And this dude is spinning flaming spears everywhere, and he is cutting apart this defense.
We're going to have Noel Nation doing the chop, getting excited, getting jacked up about this guy, because this is the kind of day that starts to bring even more momentum to this spot. Now you got a quarterback that you can really trust.
Coming out with it, it's Carr. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. That's caught. It's Gilbert. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
It's a running room. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time. They had a much better field position this time around. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have the guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you could tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close.
He lets one fly deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling.
Touchdown, Miami! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Rice has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet inside this building that hosted Super Bowl 8. They're up by a field goal over Charlotte. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Zings it complete to the right.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. With that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
And the Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They're going back to the ground. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
The gift to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And after taking a big loss on that run, you just wonder if you're on offense, if you may abandon that part of your game and just start trying to throw it. You're down by a lot here in the second half. Third quarter, you've got lots of time, but you need to throw the football to get back in this thing.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Touchdown, Canes! Quick strike through the air for the score. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. no shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And he's going to bring this one out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24. The Noles want to move quickly.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
Moving away from pressure. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
And how about it? It's not just the arm. We've seen that today where he's picked them apart, put up some yardage, put on some touchdowns. Also showing you he can do it with his puppies. Taking off, running, getting the first down. Nice scramble. He's shown you a little bit of everything today.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Throws toward the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And they can't make the connection, and 3 quarters are in the books as we head to the 4th. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. Quick completion on the out. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on first down. With the catch, it's Moore. No chance to run, but still a good game.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
All alone as he catches it. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. The Canes are on the move.
Hey, down in the 4th quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field.
Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space.
Turning it on. Got some room entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Hurricanes. And here they come almost all the way back.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him. Huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Got room to work. Thrust that arm out. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Running back searching for a hole.
And with the lead late in this football game, I expect to see more of this from this offense. And what am I telling my running back, who's already put the ball on the ground once today? 2 hands on the football. We're not fighting for all this extra yardage. Like, protect the football. We cannot put that thing on the deck.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Snagged out of the air. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, you got to think in his mind right now, ball security is at a premium, right? He's had a problem with that earlier in this game, but with the lead now late in the game, yards aren't as important as taking care of the football. I think he's doing a better job of that now late.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Gonna take a shot. He's got it inside the 15. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on 1st down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football. Run the clock. Let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They got mauled on the last play. Do they have anything that'll work on 3rd and goal from the 2? He's going for the goal line. Give him 6. Touchdown, no! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that 2-point conversion.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Carr. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Things that not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Good surge up front, giving 4 out to the 18. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's St. Clair. He's going for it all. He's got it on the outside. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Man, that is just what this defense did not need. Late in the football game, up by a couple of scores, you just can't give up the big play. And listen, that was a contested catch, but we got to get guys on the ground.
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Miami! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby!
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Here comes the 2-point try. He wants to throw it. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. They still need a touchdown and 2-point conversion to tie, and they'll go for the onside kick here in the 4th. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Looks as if he's going to run it. Keeps it himself and gets the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Seminoles will hustle to the line. Now on the move. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Touchdown Seminoles! And they add 6 more on the board with that trip to the house. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Carr. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. To the air, it's St. Clair. Quickly complete. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. He's taking a deep shot late in the game.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, honestly. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He's going to take off. Crosses the 40. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Off the play fake on 1st down. Finding open areas.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Breaks into the open. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. enough play action. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
And this is always an interesting spot for me now because you're going to have to go for two regardless. I don't know if it's now or if it's later when you score, but at some point you're going to have to pull the trigger. So that's a you decision, but nice job by this offense getting the touchdown now to give yourself that opportunity to have a choice.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, and it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover.
Man, that stings. Your offense has a chance to salt the game away, run the clock out. You're trying to make a play. You decide to throw the football, which we can talk about that decision later on down the road, but you throw the INT. Now you better hope your defense bails you out.
Takes a shot as he lets it go. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the fourth quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. But forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Here's a throw downfield late. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His fourth interception. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Quarterback moving. All kinds of time in the pocket. Down the middle it goes. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed.
Well, what a play by the defense there. Trailing here in the fourth quarter by one possession. Able to steal it away now and put their offense in position to at least go tie this game.
Rushes on him. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Ooh, you're living dangerously now. You've got the lead late in the game. Don't do anything to turn it over, and they almost did throwing it there. If I'm the head coach now, I'm thinking, man, let's just run the ball.
Here's the pressure. Ball's incomplete, and that'll do it from here. It rarely disappoints when the Seminoles and Hurricanes get together, and it is Florida State celebrating.